What's up, everybody? Paul here, Left Coast Model Car Builds. Doing a little cleaning on some of the last of these 67 Chevelle parts for Jason's group build over at Blue Ox Model Shop. Check it out if you have not. Basically, just got some 400, 600, and some 1,000 grit around here. I've already taken and scribed out the lines on the body, did the doors, the deck lid. I like to go around the hood, make sure it's gonna sit in here clean. I'll probably take a little more on the sides here using the automotive clear. The bases aren't bad, but once the clear's on there, it's gonna thicken up a little, and you want the hood to still be able to fit nice. So right now, I'm just working on that. Got most of the suspension on there. Gonna do some touch up, maybe a little bit of weathering. I wasn't really going for that much gloss. This was a semi-gloss black. I could dull it down, but I'm not sure. I might add maybe some lines back there, some brake lines, fuel lines. We'll see. Having fun with the build. Got most of the interior pieces done I need to do, then I'll get the flocking down. So right now, just doing a little cleaning. This kit, I don't know if you can see, massive amounts of cleaning on this thing. I actually started cleaning up some of these parts the other day. And I've just been taking my time cleaning all the flash off of here, around here. So yeah, kind of start with the hobby knife. Some of it I'll just scrape if they're really fine. You know, just kind of scrape some of the flash off. And then depending on what it is and where, we'll take some of the 600 and go around the edges. See, that's cleaned up good. Some of it's really not going to be seen. I just like to, it's kind of like anything else. You keep in a good habit of cleaning stuff up, you know, and then when you have stuff that does show, hopefully you don't miss it. So yeah, we'll just take and hit these here with this. Some of them I've already kind of hit. I'm just going back over and then set them off to the side. You know, these guys I hit good. Just like to make sure what you can see here, that's not really wanting to fit in that other hole. It's not. So like that right, that's why I like to test fit. The tabs here they give you, this one's actually pushing on the back, so it's not letting it sit flush. So it's nice they give you the guide, but if the tab is too big and don't let it sit flush, you gotta make some adjustments. A little better, but still, to be honest with you, I think I'm just gonna end up taking that second tab off back here, because at this point it's not doing me any good. So what's everybody else up to this weekend? Any fun plans? Anything good? I'm just hoping for a nice mellow weekend, get some house chores done. Got a little bit of work to do with Pops on a motorcycle tank later. So try and get some bench time in now. So depending on how long that takes. The suckers not want to line up. That thing just doesn't want to sit flush. This kit, tell you, I like it a lot as far as the car, but there is a ton of cleanup on this, a ton of flash. We're just gonna, the bottom of this, I don't know if you can see, this thing has got little, they give you the 2 tabs to line up there, but they got a lot of other stuff going on in there that's not letting it sit flush. So this is the stuff for a long time. I wasn't the greatest at taking my time and cleaning stuff to get it to sit nice and flush, whereas now I'm a lot more patient with this stuff, and you want to do it hopefully just one time and have it come out right, you know. Let's reach up here. Some of our good old Tamiya cement. We'll use a little bit of that on this guy. Use a bunch of different glues, really. For a long time, I was mostly using just Weld-On 3 and 4 and 5-minute epoxy, which I like both and I still use both. Kind of using the Weld-On now more for when I'm doing work on bodies, pans, and the epoxy I still use. I like the 5-minute epoxy, really good stuff. It's nice though with some of the, like the Tamiya cement, to not have to mix up the 5-minute epoxy for each little thing, you know. So we got that glued. We're gonna let that sit there. Yeah, just a ton of cleanup on these. And there's ways you can cheat stuff with these. You know, you're putting your drive line in. If you got a bad line, and you can always get it up to the top where no one's going to see it, but still like to kind of do the best I can in getting these parts all cleaned up. The battery, might use, I've got some battery stuff, aftermarket stuff to use. Detail parts from Gopher Racing, I think it is. Might go ahead and use some of that on this one. Normally I just clean it up, kind of paint the terminals in, and then add my red and black wire. And I might try some of the hardware, aftermarket hardware on this. Use a lot of these files. They come in really handy as well. Nothing like looking at a part that should be round and then just seeing that flash on the edges. That's what I'm trying to clean up here now. And you got your little round knuckles on some of these connections, I get that, but otherwise, this thing's got just a load of flash on it. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Just get around the little joint knuckles there. Yeah, as you can see here, you can see these lines coming all the way down, so I have to switch this blade out soon.
Bury me in Georgia. 10 miles out of Chattanooga, south of that state line. There's a no-name road off Highway 2 just past the welcome sign. It's where I was born, it's where I was raised. Ain't saying I'm ready yet, but that's the place I wanna be after my last breath. Bury me in Georgia, let me rest in peace underneath the pines, yeah, 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 where my roots run deep. When it's my day, put me in that clay and remember what I told you when I die. Bury me in Georgia. Yeah, I don't care what color my suit is or what shoes y'all put on my feet. I don't care how many show up, yeah, or who reads my eulogy. Just take me out to that graveyard, sing a send me home song. Put gold dogs on my headstone and pile that head down. Bury me in Georgia, let me rest in peace underneath the pines, yeah, 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 where my roots run deep. When it's my day, put me in that clay and remember what I told you when I die. Bury me in Georgia. Check this out. For my final will and testament, let this be my last request. Leave it all to my family, you already know what's next. Yeah, bury me in Georgia. Bury me in Georgia. Let me rest in peace underneath the pines, yeah, 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 where my roots run deep. When it's my day, put me in that clay and remember what I told you when I die. Bury me in Georgia. I'm pretty good with a hammer and a nail. I've been known to do it myself. There ain't much in this house that I can't fix. We've been big, but it ain't broke yet. Got a few loose strings hanging by a thread, honey. I don't know how much these orange got left. Are we fixing a break? Are we fixing a break? Tell me something. What's been on your mind? Are you thinking about running? 'Cause I'm sitting here losing mine, and there ain't nothing you can say to me right now to change the way I love you. But if it's up to you this time, tell me what it is you're thinking. Shoot me straight. Are we fixing a break? Built this love up stone by stone. We both know we can't do it alone. We can build this house back up, or we can break it down. Yeah, we can build this house back up, or we can break it down. So tell me something. What's been on your mind? Are you thinking about running? 'Cause I'm sitting here losing mine, and there ain't nothing you can say to me right now to change the way I love you. But if it's up to you this time, tell me what it is you're thinking. Shoot me straight. Are we fixing a break? Fixing a break. We've been fighting like hell, selling ourselves. Maybe we'd be better off with someone else. Are we fixing a break? Are we fixing a break? Are we fixing a break? Tell me something. What's been on your mind? Are you thinking about running? 'Cause I'm sitting here losing mine, and there ain't nothing you can say to me right now to take away I love you. But if it's up to you this time, tell me what it is you're thinking. Shoot me straight. Yeah, I know that I might lose you, but either way, I'm fixing a break.
It was right after Thanksgiving, just before the sun disappeared. We went riding in the old farm, hanging out on the deck. We threw a blanket neath the sunset.
All right, guys. Aside from a couple other little things I saw, this hood, you know, you got where the cutout is. I mean, they're using the same hood from the Pro Street. Use these little sanding sponges here. Just gonna give it a hit there. So that's a color looking at going with. I think I was looking at a darker indigo blue, but we actually picked this up. This I think is what Pops wants to use. on an El Camino he's building. His old original AMT one he's working on. See, a friend of ours has a El Camino painted in this color. Really nice. So we went down, Loot over at Sencal, mixed it up for us. Pastoral Blue Metallic. It's actually a BMW color that is used on Mini Coopers along with BMWs. So I think that's what we're going to do here. And then have a gray interior, put in some flocking, maybe the top of the dash, we'll see. So yeah, it should look pretty good. Still debating on the wheels. Going with the red walls, red lines. Originally I was going to do, trying to think, the dog dish, kind of the steel wheel with the chrome dog dish. That's a real one I saw is going off. Another one I like just had a black steel wheel. Or it could always go with some mags. So we'll see. Again, try and keep to a little older style, not your newer style street machines on this. So we'll see, but it should come out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and fit a few of these pieces and wipe the body down with some rubbing alcohol, let it sit. And then we'll probably get some color on it. Maybe we'll shoot a video while doing that. All right, guys. See y'all in a bit.